Boiler up. It's D&D in the building. Purdue power. No ceiling. Yeah. Double D back, that's Derek and Dalton. Talking gold blood, Mackie been molten. Black and gold dreams, banners we folding. Paint crew loud, every rim gets swollen. Stats so clean, you think it's a scheme. History books get Purdue screen. From humble to E-Day, legends on replay. We run through Mars like it's just another weekday. Double the energy, talking that legacy. Boiler boys cooking, no recipe. Microphone magic, rivalry static. We breaking it down, keep it cinematic. You want the heat, better tune in fast.
Hello, welcome back to the Double D Podcast. My name is Derek, and this is my wonderful co-host, as always, Dalton. This is episode 17, talking sports in Purdue, where we bring you at least 2 new episodes a week. Feels like 5 a week at this point. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and leave us a comment if you can. That really does help us grow and engage with our listeners. This episode, we're going to be previewing the Purdue and Alabama game coming up tomorrow, the 13th, or today if you're listening to this Thursday. But first, we have some breaking news coming from the Purdue recruiting trail, something that we've been talking about on Twitter and we've mentioned multiple times now. Sinan Huan from China, the 7-foot shot blocking machine, is officially going to Purdue. So that now takes our recruiting class from 3 to 4. We have Sinan Huan, Jacob Weber, Luke Ertl, and Rivers Knight. So Painter really building another one of those just classic Painter classes of a bunch of guys who probably weren't recruited super heavily by big time guys, but I'm telling you what, this is going to be one heck of a class. What do you think of this signing, Dalton?
Sinan had Ohio State and Illinois in his running, so any win over those 2 buffoon schools is a big win in my book, man. Anytime we get somebody over Illinois, it's just a giant suck it moment. And this guy is good. He's got the footwork, soft hands. He's got moves. He's a giant. It's just incredible that Painter keeps getting away with this. The man should be in prison.
Feels like it. Feels like he should, and he may be at one point for all we know. Just kidding, Matt. You're fine. We're on first name basis. I call him Matt now.
Matt, yeah.
After we interviewed Aaron Fine, I can call people by their first name.
Okay, Matt.
Sinan, actually, I was most excited about him out of everybody. He is an incredible shot blocker. In the U19s, I believe he averaged like 5.5 blocks a game, which was 2.5 more blocks than anyone else in the entire FIBA averaged. He is a shot blocking weapon. Not a ton on the rest of his game. I think he's got a decent little shot, pretty good footwork. I don't know that he's going to be ready right away, but he doesn't have to be. He's going to be backing up a 7'4" Daniel Jacobson next year. Don't think he's going to redshirt. Feel like he's more of a 2 or 3 year guy, and he's probably looking to the NBA. Don't think he's a 4-year, gonna slowly build my way out. Just not. He has the size and athleticism to be an NBA player, and I think he will be. Just anybody who can block shots at that level has a chance to make it in the NBA if you have any sort of offensive acumen. So huge on that. We can hit on the other recruits too. What do you think of the other guys? They all signed officially today. What are your thoughts on Luke Ertl, Jacob Weber, and Rivers Knight as well as Huan?
Okay, first, most exciting, Ertl.
Ertl's a dog.
The kid is nasty, shoots, he's hard-nosed. Like Painter said in the conference, he went through all these guys today in his press conference, and Ertl is he's very similar to Braden, and I think he'll challenge for starting minutes next year, even with Omer. I think he's that good. He's a bucket. He's got a nasty mid-range. He can pull up from anywhere. Plays defense, hard-nosed defense, which is something we are lacking right now. Weber, I'm very excited about. I don't know if you saw the Lalu highlights from him.
Dude's good.
So somebody posted Lalu highlights, and I think he put up 26 the other night. And this isn't regular high school competition he's playing against.
It's prep.
Yeah, it's prep league, so he's playing against other D1 college kids. He dropped 26 the other night. Anything he throws up goes in. He's lawyer with handles.
Yeah.
I mean, he can handle the ball. Rivers Knight, I want to see what he does this year, man. He looked like a Riley style player, but obviously the kid was a sophomore in all the tape that I watched of him. So sophomore to senior year, that's a big jump. A lot of people seem to be really high on him. Give us your thoughts on the big three coming in outside of Sinan, Huan.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you just said. Luke Ertl was obviously a guy outside the top 100 who has worked his way up and up and up and up. Painter describes him today as having in like the best intestinal fortitude, so his guts are really, really good. He can eat Taco Bell all day and it's not going to bother him. But
My man.
he is an elite shot maker. I don't know. I mean, he seems to be a very good passer as well, but most of his highlight tape is him making just incredible, difficult shots. He jumps very high on his jumper. I think there's going to be one epic battle next year between Omer, Antoine, CJ, Jakari, and now Ertl to see who, and Weber, because Weber's really a two guard at 6'6", but going to be a heck of a battle again. I could see, honestly, and I hate to say this in the middle of the season, I could see one of the guys that exists already there transferring, whether that's West or Jakari or CJ. I just don't think there's room for all of them with these recruits coming in as well. Weber, I am probably way higher on Weber than most people. Top 35 kid. Painter called him the best movement shooter in the country right now. I think he is that good too, and he's 6'6". Imagine Purdue with a 6'6" two guard. Instead of Lawyer, a guy 2 inches taller that can move and get his own shot. Not sure where he's going to be defensively or anything. I don't know if he's a year one guy or if he might wait till year two to really be able to step into something bigger, but really have high expectations for him. I think he's going to be a lights out guy for Purdue who can average 15 to 17 a game. And then, yeah, Rivers Knight, again, same with you. He sat out all last year with an injury, obviously, so there's not a ton on him, but the guy has, from what I've seen in the summer tapes and some of the practice stuff he's put out, he looks like he's cut a lot of weight. He's gotten much more athletic. He's obviously a knockdown shooter, and Painter touched on that in his press conference. All three of those guys have very, very high ceilings when it comes to shooting, and that seems to be what Painter's really focusing on. He wants a big guy down low. He wants what he wanted with Edey. He wants a dominant big man surrounded by shooters. He had Edey surrounded by pretty good shooters, but it was early. It was early Braden, early Lawyer, and it was early, or it was like Ethan Morton and guys like that. He wants 4 shooters and a big guy, and I think that's what he's working with this class. And Sinan's going to be he's going to push DJ hard.
Oh yeah, DJ better put on that weight this offseason, dude. Because he's a big man.
4, dude, and we have DJ and Sinan in there just blocking everything.
Man, I love the idea, but it's like Painter. You should know better. I know better.
I just envision this team of like crazy size. Like you go like West or Ertl or CJ Jakari, one of those guys, Meyer, Weber. So you're like 6'4", 6'3", 6'6".
What about Benter?
Benter, yeah, another guy who I hope.
Put Benter at the 3.
Oh yeah, dude, yeah. Give me Meyer, give me like Meyer, Cox, Benter, Huan, and DJ, and just try to score the ball.
Yeah,
just try. You ain't scoring in the paint, I'll tell you that much.
A lot of teams are good at pulling our bigs out. I will say that. It's always been that way. You saw Edey get pulled out a lot, and teams scheme that, but it's like, I don't know. We'll talk about this later, but it was like Wake Forest, like they didn't scheme it at all. And They're small. They're not very big. I don't know. That threw me last night. Yeah, big news on the recruiting front. Painter does it again. Continues to do it. Continues to get away with stealing kids that y'all aren't even looking at. You know why? Because PJ is nasty at recruiting. And Painter is nasty at recruiting. They stay on it. They know their kids. They'll get a text message like, hey, you got to check this kid out, and they'll actually check him out.
Well, I mean, that's what a a lot of these guys, when they've been interviewed throughout the years, have said, Painter, like I just listened. Did you listen to Hummel on the For Pete's Sake podcast?
I
He
did.
did an hour-long interview with the Purdue podcast, and he talked about when he was being recruited, and one of his early recruiting visits, he had a terrible experience. One of the guys that was on the team currently blocked him or pushed him from behind, talked some smack, said some mean words, and he's like, "Man, I'm never going to Purdue." That was right after his revisit, Robbie Hummel. And he was with Juwan Johnson at that, and they were like, "We're not coming back here." But he said, "You know what? Painter was at every single game and every single practice that we had. He never stopped. He was relentless. He assured us of a lot of things." And he goes, "It's funny. The next year when we arrived, the guy who did that wasn't on the team anymore." He didn't name who it was, but that's what Painter does. Painter shows up to these kids' games. He's there. He talks to them. He's real. He's honest. And that's why he gets these. This is shaping up. I don't know what he was alluding to in his conference, if he meant Sinan was the guy he's talking about as one more or two more, or there's another guy. I think there's another guy, maybe an international guy. But either way.
Portal guy maybe too.
Oh, I think there's definitely going to be a portal guy. But my point in saying all of that kind of running in circles there is to say that Painter is shaping up to have one of his best recruiting classes ever with this class. You're talking right now, 4 top 100 guys, 2 top 50 guys, a top 30. And these guys are going to keep going up. They're going to get Painter bumps. They're going to keep going higher. I would assume this class is 4 top 70 guys by the end of the recruiting ranking cycle, and that's assuming they don't go get another guy.
Right.
Everybody's out on Purdue getting some of these big names. I'm not. I think Painter's got one last trick up his sleeve. I'm not saying it's going to be like Cam Williams or somebody. I just think he's got a trick up his sleeve. He just sounded way too confident in that press conference, and not just about Sinan. He had to know that news was dropping any second.
Yes, that's all he said. Yes.
Yeah, he just said yes. And when he was asked about them, he kept saying "so far." When they were asking like your recruiting class, he's like, "Well, so far." Like, I think he's got a trick up his sleeve. So I'm really excited. Again, the haters are going to hate this. Purdue ain't going nowhere when the big 3 leave. We're going to continue pumping out good teams, competitive teams, championship level teams, and it's going to bother people because we got guys like Ertl who are just going to be a menace for 4 years to people. They're going to hate him.
You want to know a secret?
Oh, I love.
We're going to beat your G League rejects with small white kids.
Dude, facts are facts, and you can't argue with them because they're facts. Anyway, that's enough about recruiting. Let's move into Alabama coming up tomorrow or today if you're listening Thursday morning. Super awesome that we get to do this for, a 3rd year in a row, I believe, against Alabama. We are 2-0 those first 2, but this seems a little different. We're going to Alabama. We played in Toronto, pseudo home game with Edie, and then at Mackey last year. Alabama lost a lot of guys off that team last year. I don't think they brought a single starter back. I think Philon came off the bench. Either way, they are still very good. Don't get it twisted. They are going to be dangerous, and I'm excited for the game. It's going to be an awesome game on a Thursday night, really the only big high-level game tomorrow. So what are your thoughts, initial thoughts? Where's your head at?
Man, after watching them against St. John's, who's one of the most physical teams, a physical defense, they play hard defense. This game has me worried. But I've been worried with Alabama in the past, and paint always proves me wrong. But, man, they're just athletic. They're slashers. They're quick. They're everything we are not.
Right.
Like, they're big. Philon can handle. He's 6'4". CJ is 6'2", guarding him. That's who I would guess is going to guard him. It's going to be a long night for CJ. Holloway's tough. Reitzel. They're not huge. They got that on Oven Jacka dude. And then Taylor Bowen, 6'10", but he's 195.
Freshman, too.
Yeah, who do you match up on Trey on this team? You got Cheryl. He's 6'10", 240.
I'm going to say him.
I don't know. I probably him, but Trey's gonna eat.
Trey
We
should
gotta
eat
clear
because even their other guy, Taylor Bull Bowen, is only 6'10" and he's small. Like he's more of a
195.
he's a wing
Yeah,
6'10".
yeah.
So
That's. I
one,
just worry
DJ's going to
about
have a huge advantage height wise when he's in.
getting back in transition. The
Yeah,
way they get out, man. I know Bowen had his best game against St. John's. Holloway can score the rock. Phylon can score. I think we're gonna need to get them in foul trouble inside early, or get some of those pick. I don't know if they're gonna switch, but if they are, we need to feed the middle. And like I don't hate the idea of playing Trey at the 5 against these guys. I don't hate that idea. Like I don't know. In Jakari, I need to see something out of you tomorrow night. You're averaging 1.5 points. It's either you or CJ. We need to see something tomorrow night. Like we're gonna need you to score. We're gonna have to have everybody scoring tomorrow night. It's gonna be an intense battle. Um, I look for it. My prediction. I'll just give it now. I will say Purdue either wins a close one. I would say 88-83, or it's 91-68, similar to what happened with Auburn last year. We get a wake up call. They're athletic, they're big, they're physical, and we get a wake up call early. So either we win a close one or get walked out of the gym. So what are you thinking on this game?
yeah. I have a decent amount of thoughts, and I don't know if any of them are correct. Mostly because I haven't seen much out of us. I haven't seen TKR play a real meaningful game, and I haven't seen much out of Alabama outside of one game. And people don't realize, I don't think, that they shot 11 of 35 from three against St. John's and still broke 100. That's not good shoot. That's like 30% and still broke
Yeah.
100. They're going to fast break, try to quickly get it in the paint. If they can't, they're going to kick it back out and hit it, shoot a three. They're not. There's very little thought that goes into their offense. I mean, I'm sure it's high level. Nate Oates is a genius offensively, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's quick decisions. You're not waiting around 20 seconds. It's almost the antithesis, the polar opposite of what Purdue does. Purdue wants to slow it down, run a good offensive
Methodical.
set. They are polar opposites. Purdue, I think, is 360th in tempo. Alabama is 1. So this is going to be a crazy, weird who controls the tempo, and I have faith that Braden Smith will help do that.
Last year we played to their tempo and beat them at their own game.
Right.
If you remember that.
I do, and I think we can. I think we're good enough. We have to hit shots, but I wouldn't necessarily want to do that. They're trying to shoot the ball in the first 6 seconds of getting it across half court. That's their game plan. They want to skip pass, drive, kick threes, corner threes, wing threes. They hate mid range. So I assume we run some sort of drop to try to allow them to shoot in the mid range, or high hedge and push them to the mid range, but it gets risky. Their defense is not great as always. They really are not good defensively, especially on the interior. So we kind of touched on that.
What's their Kim Palm on
They're
defense?
in the 40s, I believe,
40s.
which is not good for a high level team.
No.
I think they're giving up 80 or 82 points a game, with one of those being a complete bye game. So, I mean, St. John's put up 90 something. St. John's is not a high scoring team. They just never have been. That's not Patino's style. So my point is that Purdue can kind of have their way inside. So between Clough, DJ, and TKR, we should absolutely obliterate them on the interior. Now, not necessarily rebounding, because Auburn or Alabama games are very tricky. A lot of threes going up. It's very fast. But I mean, from an offensive standpoint, that's going to be our bread and butter. Get it into TKR, let him work. Offensive rebound from Clough and Jacobson. And everybody else, they're going to give you the mid-range. That's the whole NATO system. And we happen to have Meyer, Braden, CJ, TKR, great mid-range players. It's kind of a
Yep.
weird. We are the exact team that Nate Oates doesn't want to play because we do the things well that he is trying to push you into.
Right.
So that's a big, big thing. And then I think the final thing for me on, how do we beat this team is it goes right back to the same old thing. You got to be able to guard the ball and not let them go around you ever. If they get into the paint, that's where they get dangerous. That's where those kickouts come, and guys get wide open threes. We have to stop the ball and we have to rebound. And until I see it, I'm going to keep saying that because that's those are the issues that we have to fix. We fix those issues, I don't know that we can be beaten.
Yeah. It's a danger area with slashing guards because we're getting turned. I've seen it with CJ like pushing them to the middle, but then they get right to the bucket. Like, yeah, you're pushing them to the middle. There's no one to catch you there. Like,
Well, and that
Clough
directly
steal
affects
or
your
something, yeah.
like that's probably the worst thing you can do as far as rebounding too. Because
Right.
now you got help, and now your big guy is no
Yeah.
longer in position,
Yep.
and then the other team gets offensive rebounds.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild one tomorrow night. I don't have much to say. We just get out there and ball. Play Purdue ball. Be confident and Painter, follow what Painter's saying. Dude knows how to beat Alabama. He does. So
He does. Real quick, we'll run down at least their important players. We don't have to go super in depth on them. Obviously, LeBaron Philon is the guy for them. You brought him up, high usage guard. He can do it all. They run a ton of pick and roll, very quick pick and roll, but a ton of it. So you're going to see him get downhill. That's what he does. You're going to get really mad at it, but by the end of the game, you're just going to accept it because it's going to happen. You cannot stop it. He's that good. And Purdue doesn't have that great of on-ball defense anyway. But the big thing is force him to the baseline. Try to get the ball out of his hands. He's gonna get his. I'm not really worried about that. Aiden Holloway is a guy you've really got to try to just not let get open threes. I mean, he's gonna. That's what he's looking for. So what he wants. He wants open threes. He's a decent passer, but he really is trying to get the ball and get open. Same with Reitzel. Very similar. Very, very good three-point shooter. I think he's like 46% on his career. Incredible three-point shooter. Another guy you just can't leave open, which applies to most of Alabama's roster. But you can exploit him on the other end. He's not necessarily an excellent defender. He's got length, but I don't think he has a lot of, if you got a tough guy that he's guarding, I think you can get around him and I think you can have success. Anything on those three guards? Those are obviously the heartbeat of this team. Do you have any thoughts on any of those that you want to bring up?
not really, man. It's early, so stats don't really matter. 23 for Philon per game, 21 per game for Holloway, Reitzel 17. I mean, there's the majority of your scoring. They have Houston Mallet,
Yep.
6'5" guard. I mean, they've got size. Holloway's not that big. We can definitely, play off of that. I'm guessing him and Braden will be matched up, but he's not holding Braden. It'd probably be a terrible idea for them. I don't have much to say on Alabama.
Okay.
Ain't Scott. Yeah.
I was just gonna say I'm just gonna run through the rest of the players. Just their bigs. That was their guards. Bowen. Jesus. Taylor Bowen. What a hard name to say. 6'10", good finisher. A little bit of rim protection, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Not a guy that should scare anyone on Purdue. They're very much like Purdue with the big three. Their three are all guards though. The center and forward spot for them is kind of like the two guard for us, sort of like whatever we get out of it is a bonus. They're not looking to get the ball into those guys other than for dunks. That's all they want out of them. They're not excellent rebounders, but they're not bad rebounders. You just have to be careful letting them get wide open dunks because those are momentum swingers in a home game, and that's really what they're there for. And then same with Aiden Sherrill. Similar guy, better rebounder, pretty good rebounding forward. Not a good shooter, however. So a guy that I'm thinking that's somebody that probably like a Clough or Jacobson is on. Not a great shooter, can kind of hang back and protect the paint. And then the last big guy is Noah Williamson, transfer from Bucknell. Big boy. Not going to play a ton, I don't think. He's just a little too slow for their style. And if he ever comes in the game, I would like to counter with the TKR at the 5 thing because he can't guard fast. And if we go fast, that could be a big deal. They have another guy, Amari Allen, that's a freshman.
Yeah,
I think
he's their leading rebounder.
Yeah, he's a great rebounder, and that's about all that he offers. And it's an athletic rebound, not I'm just a big boy rebound.
Right. He's not moving any bodies. Yeah, he's 205, 6'7", little fella.
Yeah, I think somebody said he had like a 7-foot wingspan at 6'7", which is pretty impressive.
Not surprising though. Yeah, I think that pretty well covers Purdue Alabama preview. What's your prediction on score?
So I'll do prediction and who I two things. I'll do prediction. I'm going to do who I think the player of the game will be for Purdue and who I think the most important player that needs to show up is for Purdue. So my prediction is Purdue wins this game in a close one. I'm going to go 87-83. I think Purdue gets about a 10 to 12 point lead with in the second half, and it just kind of hangs around there and gets cut to 5 and then goes back to 8. I think that Purdue ends up winning this game just because of the inside presence. I think TKR and Braden have something to prove here now back together, Batman and Robin. My player of the game for this game is going to be Fletcher Lawyer. I think, again, he dominates these big games. He's played well against Alabama in his career. I think this is another game where he might hit 25 to 30, and they just don't really see it coming. And then the guy that has to play well, in my opinion, without a doubt, is Oscar Clough. With them being smaller, you've got to dominate the interior. And he's got to be the guy. I would like to see him 12 to 14 rebounds. He played them last year. Oscar did, and what do you have, like 27 and 15 or something crazy against him when he played last year at South Dakota State. So I can see him having a great game, and we need it out of him. Who's your player of the game? Who do you think is the most important, or anything else you have on any Purdue guys?
Braden, player of the game. I need to see it. He had 20 against Oakland. Really led the way. He's going to have to take this game over the same way, I think, and just control the tempo, control the pace. And we need good post feeds. Haven't seen that a lot. Lawyer's really good at feeding the post, but CJ and Jakari have not been that great at post feeds this year. It seems like it's a struggle, and then they just kick it back out top, and we reset. I think the screen and roll high will be killer if we can clear out enough space for TKR. It's going to be interesting with TKR back to see how Paint uses him with Clough, man. Because if things get clogged up, that could be an issue for us. But I think I need a good game out of CJ or Jakari. Okay. Show us something, man. Omer's going to take your minutes.
Let's keep that not said until what goes unsaid.
I'll say it right now.
I agree, though. I agree with you.
Do something or get out of the way.
I agree with you.
It's like having Colvin and Heidi again.
Yeah, you can't be a cone out there. My son asked me what that meant today. What's it mean to be a cone in basketball? I should have just pointed at freaking Ethan Martin. No offense, Ethan. I love you, buddy.
Man,
he's my.
I would kill to have him as a defender this year, man.
Yeah, especially with his size and.
That's what we need, but we don't have it. That's all I got. I keep trying to end this Alabama preview because I'm super nervous about it. Honestly. I don't even like talking about it.
Let's end it with this last final thing. Final thing on Purdue, Alabama. If Purdue does this, they will win this game. One thing.
If Purdue limits them to 1.5 shots per trip for the game, we win the game
Wow.
easily in big fashion. If we don't let them get crazy 3-point rebounds like Oakland did all night and get kickouts again, we win this game easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate that. I was going to pretty much say the same thing without the same words. Just if Purdue out rebounds Alabama, we win this game.
Yeah,
And it's as simple as that to me.
I think so.
And you mentioned Oakland, so let's tease this real quick. Friday, we will be live with the legend of coaching, Greg Campy, will be on the show. Clap it up for Greg Campy. Pretty exciting for us. We get to interview one of the most legendary coaches of all time. He is as close to Matt Painter as Matt Painter is. They have very similar thoughts and philosophies and everything on stuff. So very excited to talk to him. We'll have about 30 or 40 minutes with him. Going to try to ask him some stuff. Feel free to shoot us a message on Twitter or leave us a comment here if you have a question you want to ask him. You know, Paints Painter is Dalton, and I am Purdue B-Ball Guy on Twitter. You feel free to direct message us. And we'd love to get some questions to ask him, but really excited. What are your thoughts? How excited are you to talk to this legend in the coaching world?
Oh, I'm stoked, man. Like, after watching him take down Kentucky in the tournament a couple years, it really put him on my radar. Like, I didn't know the legendary status of Greg Campy till then, but, you know, he's a great coach. I mean, his tenure for over 40 years. Has anybody that watches this even worked a job for 40 years? I mean, stay the same place for 40 years. This guy's a nut. He's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
And that's my kind of people right there. This guy, I don't know how his brain works, but I want to know how it works. I'm excited. I'm stoked for this. This is on par with the Aaron Fine thing for me. This guy's a mastermind, and you know we may be peaking early on double D's, baby.
We are definitely peaking early. But hey, man, what an awesome guy to be just willing to do this. I'll tell you the story. I quote tweeted something he posted about being upset that he wasn't going to get to play the number one team in the country in back-to-back weeks for the first time ever, which he is now because Houston jumped Purdue. And I quote tweeted it and after I found out the rankings changed and said, you know, he got his wish, congratulations, and he liked it. So I just sent him a message and was like, hey, man, shot in the dark. Any chance you can come on the pod and talk to us Purdue folk? I would love to hear about the scheduling, this crazy front end of this schedule. You know, would love to talk about the Kentucky win and what that meant for you and your program and all this. And he responds, he goes, here's my cell phone number. Shoot me a text. I'm like, whoa, what a guy. What an awesome, awesome dude. So since then, you know, I've talked to him and he's been super generous with his time, giving us multiple options. So Friday at 5:00, we will talk to currently the longest tenured head coach in college basketball, over 700 career wins, just a true legend in the state of Michigan. You know, I want to ask him something like, you know, you're in the same state as Tom Izzo, and you're the most tenured guy between the two of you. What has Tom Izzo meant for you, and what's your relationship look like? Like, just questions like that, like not just like, you know, what's it mean to be at the same school for 41 years? No, I don't care. Like, tell me, like, how is your relationship with Izzo? You guys are within 150 miles of each other. So really excited. Sorry I rambled there, but I am really stoked about it.
Yeah, we got a new this is for you.
Shoot or shoot, baby. That's my theory. I just message everybody and like, you want to be on the pod?
Hey, you want to share the pod?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that worked.
Share this. I mean, yeah, we went crazy with the Aaron Fine interview.
All
so
the major people
expecting the same results out of all of you for this one too.
Yeah. Please share. You know, we'll be putting something up probably tomorrow about the interview coming up, and you know, hopefully everybody shares it because it is going to be exciting for us. And Greg Campy's just a great dude, and I want people to support him too.
Yeah, Oakland is my new favorite mid-major, baby. So, absolutely. Let's run through some scores real quick from yesterday. Honestly, a boring day in college basketball. Like, it seemed exciting at the time, but it was actually boring. Every team that was supposed to win won.
Yeah, none of the upsets actually happened.
And none of them covered. Literally no one covered. So we've got Michigan 85, Wake Forest 84. It was a great game. Wake Forest gave that game away.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, literally just handed. Like I don't know who their coach is at Wake, but he's terrible. Coming out of
He's
freaking,
he's known to be terrible, like as far as the
it's
X's and
just
O's.
bad. He would come out of a timeout and they wouldn't even have a play. Like I guess maybe
Last
we're
play of the game,
spoiled. I don't
Miles
know.
started running the wrong way. What are
Yeah,
you
I
doing?
mean, it just I don't. It's a yeah.
I'll
Moving
tell you
on.
this: for all the Michigan is so great. No, no. Michigan's good. Don't get me wrong, and they're huge. But that
Yeah.
three big thing does not work, and it's not going to work.
Yeah, everyone's drooling over Mara, dude. And Greg said some off the wall shit about Mara today that really pissed me off. Like, maybe the best game out of a big we've ever seen. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, statistically, it was
Yeah,
impressive, but
cool,
Wake
cool,
Forest
bro.
doesn't have guys like him.
Edie had 7 blocks in 2 different games. His junior year.
Yeah, Edie also had 40 in the national title game, so bring it on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't even come at me with that, dude. And then I hit him with that, and of course, got a snarky ass answer back.
It
Oh,
is what it is.
Edie never had 5 assists. Like, okay, he didn't need to because he was scoring every fucking time down the floor. So sorry for the F word if you're listening with kids, but really tweaks
Clearly
my
a hot
nips,
button
dude.
topic for old Dalton
Yeah, it
here.
makes me big mad. Like, don't compare anybody to Edie. Don't. Just don't.
You're not
He's the
allowed.
GOAT. No.
One of one.
Duke 114, Army 59.
Yeah.
Sleeper snooze fest. On Veterans Day, disrespectful of Duke. What do we expect? Florida State 76, Florida 78.
This game was really close for a really long time. Florida State was winning this game for a really long time. Florida seems like potential fraud alert. I don't know. Maybe they're just not piecewise there together yet, but they don't seem to know who needs the ball in their hands when it matters.
You know what my theory is? Boogie Fland is a curse, one.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And the kid from Princeton isn't as good as people said he was.
Xavion Lee or whatever it is.
Yeah, all he is a spot shooter. I mean, he doesn't want to drive in. He doesn't want to slash. Um, I'm not. I don't know. I think their backcourt's the issue for them. I think their front court's fine, obviously.
Yeah, they just I don't know if it's just because they got two new guards that have never played together, but they don't look like they have a guy who wants the ball in his hands, and they don't look like they have a true facilitator. So we'll see what that turns into. But right now they're on a little bit of shaky ground.
You know what wins in March? Guards. And they don't have it right now. North Carolina 89, Radford 74.
Yeah,
Ah,
North Carolina.
yeah.
That's crazy though. What happened to Trimble?
Yeah.
Freaking
They're
has
in
a machine
danger.
fall and break his arm.
Yeah, they're in danger.
That hurts them big time.
Arkansas 93, Central Arkansas 56. Who cares? Kansas 77, Texas A&M Corpus Christi 46. This one was a good game. Really good game. Kentucky 88, Louisville 96. Just a battle the whole way. Kentucky got down 18 at 1.20. Somehow managed to battle back. They're tough. I mean, both those teams are crazy. That Brown kid is a stud.
Yeah, Michael Brown is officially, in my opinion, the best player in college basketball.
He is gnarly. Dude
What I
will
saw
pull up.
was,
Yeah.
dude, you saw them in the huddle. He's leading the huddle. Like, he is the
Yeah.
leader as a freshman. He is everything you want from a go-to guy. I don't know. Louisville, after watching that game, man, they are a Final Four level team for sure.
Contender, bro. They got that big I can't think of his name, but they're big. He can pass. Dude's a baller. He's got moves, footwork.
The whole team's
They got
solid.
the wing players. Yeah, yeah, Louisville worries me. Kentucky obviously really good. We saw that in the exhibition. It is what it is. They're good. Auburn 93, Wofford 62, Wisconsin 86, Ball State 55. Chirp, chirp. Muncie, come on, do better. Then Texas Tech 77, Illinois 81. Toppin 35, 11, and 3, dude. He is a nightmare. Nobody else showed up for that team.
Yeah, I mean, they were putting two guys on top, and it still really didn't matter. If anyone else on Texas Tech could have done anything, they have that one dude. Who's their other good player?
C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, he was good, but other than that, like Illinois did not, honestly, in my opinion, did not look that good. Boswell is definitely improved, but they also didn't have the better Ivicic. But I'm telling you what, that Stojakovic kid is as smooth as butter playing basketball. I mean, the way he moves, it's pro level. I mean, Illinois could be a true Big Ten champion. I mean, I hate to say that as a Purdue fan, but they have all the pieces. Huge, have studs, have good guards, big men. The only thing I think is a question for them right now is will they be able to consistently shoot the ball well from three? Because they will continue to shoot it. We learned that last year. So
they got Hummerkaus. They got, that one Mirkovic, he was just backing people down from the 3-point line and then just laying it up in their face.
They don't even have Petrovic, who might be the best of all of them.
High-level competition, Underwood might have done it, Worrisome. It's supposed to be our year, but will we play to that level? Who knows? This one was surprising. Gonzaga, 90. Creighton, 63. Fraud alert. Or is Gonzaga him?
So I genuinely think Gonzaga's a top 5 team. Maybe top 10, but they're close. I mean, they are very good, and nobody's talking about them because they don't have like the crazy names, but they're just good, and they have really good players. That being said, Creighton is clearly fraudulent.
Yeah. Creighton, I think the Big East is fraudulent.
Yeah, outside of UConn, and I still don't think UConn's that good. But
there, I said it. I think UConn falls on Saturday.
Well, who are they playing?
Big
Saturday?
One. Who is it? It is. Let's see.
It's not Michigan State.
I just saw the freaking thing. UConn BYU. I think BYU dog walks them.
The only thing about BYU that would scare me in that game, they're a little undisciplined. Kind of like when they were losing in their game to Delaware. Delaware's bad, like really bad. But we'll see. UConn, to me, is just they play in the Big East, so all year long people are going to say how good they are, but they just play sheet competition.
All right, we'll jump into our favorite segment. It is blind ranking city time.
All right, blind rankings, here they come.
Let's go.
We'll do 2 here. First one non-Purdue, second one Purdue. So first, I just had Pizza Hut for dinner. It's a staple around my house with my kids. Top 5 pizza toppings. All right.
Okay, let go.
Pizza toppings. We're gonna start out number 1, mushrooms.
5.
I love that. Sausage.
Which kind? The big ones or the
All
little
sausages
kind?
are one sausage.
Oh,
Any sausages.
That's not true, but anyways, number 2.
Let's go. Any sort of pepper, banana pepper, green pepper, jalapeno pepper.
4.
All right. Let's go pepperoni.
Number 1, baby. Put it on everything.
Number 3 would be chicken.
Okay, I'm fair.
Good ranking.
Yeah.
Okay, top 5 pizza toppings. Number 1, pepperoni. Number 2, sausage. 3, chicken. 4, any sort of peppers. 5, mushrooms, the grossest food ever made.
Yeah, get them out of here. Peppers and mushrooms are doo-doo.
Second blind ranking. This will be a little tougher, and I'll give you the players. So, top 5 recruiting classes on the night of Purdue signing 4 players on the same day. So this is top 5 recruiting classes in Painter's history. I did 6 because I could not differentiate between 2 of them. So I'll read you off the year and then the players. So we have
All
6. Don't forget.
Yep.
First, we will go the class of 2014, consisting of Mr. Haas, P.J. Thompson, Dakota Mathias, and Vince Edwards. Good class.
Yeah, I'm going to put that one at number 3.
Solid. Next, we will go 2020, Zach Edey, Jaden Ivey, Ethan Morton.
Number 1, dude.
Oh, man. Next, we will go 2026, current class, Rivers Knight, Luke Ertl, Jacob Weber, and Sinan Huan.
You know what? I'm throwing it at number 4 because I haven't seen him play. I'm hype about it, but I don't want to be an IU fan.
Okay. We're going to go 2024 next. CJ, Jakari, Jack Benner, DJ, Burgess, and Aaron Fine.
Man. 5.
It's going to make you realize Purdue has a lot of really good recruiting classes. Next, we will go... let's go 2007. Robbie Hummel, Eachwan Moore, Juwan Johnson, Scott Martin.
Number 1.
2 and 6 left.
Oh, number 2. Sorry, I forgot I already put number 1.
You are totally fine. And then that goes number 6, and I don't know. This feels right except for the top 2. Number 2022, which was Braden Fletcher, Heidi, and Will Berg.
Will Berg brings that class down.
Let me run this back to you. So, top 6 Purdue recruiting classes of all time for Matt Painter. Number 1, we have 2020, Zach Edey, Jaden Ivey, Ethan Morton. Tough to argue with those first 2. Number 2, 2007, Robbie Hummel, Eachwan Moore, Juwan Johnson, Scott Martin.
Babies.
Number 3, 2014, which was Isaac Haas, P.J. Thompson, Dakota Mathias, and Vince Edwards. Number 4, 2026, incoming Rivers Knight, Luke Ertl, Jacob Weber, and Sinan Huan. And number 5, 2024 is C.J. Jakari, Benter, DJ, Burgess, and Fine. And then number 6 comes in. Sorry about you guys. Braden Fletcher never lose anything. They did lose this. Braden Fletcher, Heidi, and we will blame it all on Will Berg. I think you did okay there. I think you did okay there. The only thing I would switch is I'd probably move the Hummel class to number 1.
Yeah.
It was really good. And I would probably move the 2026 class all the way to 6 and move everybody else up 1. Just because we don't know what they are yet.
That's fair. I'm a really big fan of Ivy. He was probably one of my favorite Purdue players. It goes
Mark my words.
Ivy, Carson, Edey for me.
See, mine would go Carson, Edey, Braden, Ivy.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'll tell you this, and I swear on my life, if we had Zach's senior year, if Ivy was still at Purdue, national championship would have been ours. Because he would have completely negated Stephon Castle, and it would have been over.
Jaden was just a slasher, and that's what we needed in that game.
Oh,
Get to the rim, baby.
Yeah, he was so good. But good job.
Right.
You did good on this.
Thank you. You got any them sports histories for us?
Yes, I do. Nothing huge. Honestly, not a huge day. I'm doing this as it's 11:13. So tomorrow from when we're recording this. On 11/13, Terry Bradshaw really took over the whole show, if we're being honest here. So he was born on that day in 1948. Legendary football player, also even better announcer. But in 1971, he threw his first ever touchdown pass on that day as well. So
Happy
congratulations,
birthday.
Terry Bradshaw. It is your day on the 13th.
Nice.
In 1969, the New York Mets won their first ever World Series title. Only say that because the Mets have always sucked, and they need some love every once in a while.
Mike Pizza.
For baseball fans, it was Yogi Berra's birthday in 1929, one of the greatest baseball players of all time. And in 1920, which I don't know how this is accurate or if I was just lied to by the internet, it was the first Thanksgiving football game. I'm not sure how Thanksgiving was on November 13th, unless that's changed over the years. Either way, That's what it said. If it's wrong, it's on Google. It ain't on me.
Somebody do some research.
Double check me. If I'm wrong,
Let
I
us
don't
know.
care.
Yeah, it's
It's
sports
too late
history.
to fix it.
It's subjective. We make it up.
Yeah. History something repeats something
Yeah.
itself.
Yes. I'll give us a quote of the day. We got a good one from, an all right basketball player. You might know of this guy. He was decent. Never say never because limits, like fears, are often just illusions. Michael Jordan.
That's Michael B. Jordan, right? The singer.
No, not that weird, dude.
Read that again. Read that again.
Yeah, we'll drop it again. Give me your thoughts on it. Never say never because limits, like fears, are often just illusions.
Yikes, dude. A lot to take in, but true.
Yeah.
I can't argue with anything Michael Jordan's ever said, probably. He is the GOAT at something, and very few people will ever be able to say that about anything. So I would say never say never. He stole that from Justin Bieber, but
Yes.
we have to agree on that. The other
Yep.
part, though, like fears are, illusions. I kind of get that. Like most of what you are fearful of or what you limit yourself to is something you've completely made up in your head. It's like when you hear a kid say, "I can't do something," and you immediately, as a parent or adult, you go, "Don't say that." Why do we always say that? But we never say that to ourselves as adults. We never look at ourselves and go, "Quit telling yourself you can't do it. Quit telling yourself you can't do it." We say it to kids immediately, instant reaction, because we know what that can do to your brain if you start doubting yourself. But as adults, we just accept it, and I think it's something I try to work on a lot, but it's really, really hard because unfortunately you live in reality, and once you've hit a certain age, a lot of things have become very inconceivable to you, and that definitely applies to everybody, I think. And even the richest, wealthiest people in the world are missing something that they don't feel like they can get, and they don't know what that is. That's why a lot of them turn to drugs, alcohol, gambling, because they're missing that meaning. But you got to keep searching for it. You can't give up. So I do. I like that quote. I like anything Michael Jordan ever says about trying hard and working hard and being as good as you can be, because that guy said, "I'm so good at basketball, I'm going to give it up and go play baseball because I probably am good at that too."
Do
Turns out he
whatever I
wasn't,
want.
but
Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "Self-doubt is the most dangerous thing." On that subject of
yeah, no,
self-doubt.
I think that's true.
Yeah, you can literally hold yourself back from everything. And it's a demon, bro, cuz it just gets you and it'll convince you that you can't do shit. And you can. But
You can
people are
convince
scared of the first step. First step is hard.
Well, it's AA, dude.
Yeah.
First step's admitting there's a problem. Like the hardest thing in the life is to put yourself out there in an uncomfortable situation that because a lot of people can go do things and can be better. Or could be, it's like us. How many years did we think about starting a podcast? And now we're about to interview one of the longest tenured coaches in NCAA history. We interviewed a Purdue player, and this is all within the first 2 months. And it's not to say we're huge or we're going to blow up or any of that kind of stuff at all. But
go for it.
I spent years saying I was going to do this and never did it. And then one day, just on a whim, we're like, "Fuck it, let's do it." And that's how life is, man. You gotta go after stuff, even if it's scary, because the best part of life is the scary parts. Having a kid, getting married, everything that's the best part of life, man. It's the scariest parts of it.
Never know.
People love skydiving and roller coasters for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get out there, bro. That's my biggest advice. Put yourself out there and see what the hell happens.
Absolutely.
And if it sucks, you can always pivot.
Yeah. It's not like everything's permanent.
No.
Sometimes things are just like.
And on that note, this is our last episode, actually, guys. We are pivoting another direction now.
Yeah, we're actually going to start a Taylor Swift podcast. It's going to be pretty awesome, though.
Like, we got you.
We're going to go lyric by lyric and break down what she really means.
It's a full Sinan Huan podcast now.
Yeah, we only talk about Sinan. And we actually are going to do it in Mandarin. So good luck listening, unless you know that. We're going to use Google Translate. And it's going
Blake Widmer will be the only one that can listen to us from here on out.
Blake and Andy in
Blake
Colorado.
knows. Yeah, he knows. So, that's it, boys. Tomorrow night, big one. Legacy game for Braden. Show dong, go out and kill.
Are we gonna go live post game? Are you gonna be home?
I mean, I can't. I'm gonna be home.
Yeah.
We can definitely go live for a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a long one. Just a quick. I mean, we'll see how the game goes. Obviously.
Yeah, my TV might be smashed into pieces.
We'll try to go
so-
live tomorrow. Obviously, we have the Coach Campy coming up Friday. Keep an eye out for that, and like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you get alerted, because we're gonna try to go live sometimes, but we have been trying to do it every time, and last time just screwed everything up with all the complications we had. So
I think we'll be fine now that we're back on our own computers.
yeah,
So
that seemed to be
things seem to work better that way. So
100%
all right, y'all.
Agree. Keep an eye out for any podcasts we have coming up, and keep an eye out for any future recruits. But we now have a four-man class to replace what we're losing. So very exciting times to be a Purdue fan.
Boiler up, y'all. We'll see you.
Boiler up.